Wasn't born the best. I wasn't handed talent, trophies, or a free path to greatness. What I had was hunger. What I had was a vision, clear, powerful, and unshakable. People see the goals, the records, the success, but what they don't see is the pain, the loneliness, the early mornings, the late nights. They don't see the discipline it takes to say no when it's easier to say yes. They don't see the work I put in when no one's watching. That's the difference between those who dream and those who live their dream. You don't become the best by chance. You become the best by choice. Every day, I made that choice to train when I was tired, to believe when others doubted me, to rise after every fall. I never waited for motivation. I created it through commitment. I didn't rely on luck. I relied on effort. I didn't let critics break me. I used them to build myself stronger. Success isn't just about talent. It's about obsession. It's about the fire in your chest that keeps burning when everything else around you says quit. It's about wanting it more than comfort, more than applause, more than sleep. Greatness is not something handed to you. It's something you build brick by brick with discipline and sacrifice. Cristiano Ronaldo's journey to the top wasn't shaped by comfort or ease. It was forged through years of repetition, rejection, and relentless effort. Every early morning training session, every moment of saying no to distractions, every decision to push harder when his body begged him to stop. Those were the invisible building blocks of success. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. It means showing up when nobody's watching and choosing long-term goals over short-term pleasure. Sacrifice is the willingness to give up good things for something greater. Ronaldo didn't become the best by accident. He sacrificed sleep, comfort, and even parts of his personal life to sharpen his craft. While others rested, he trained. While others made excuses, he kept moving forward. This is the kind of mindset that separates average from elite. If you want greatness in your own life, you have to be willing to live differently. You have to stay committed, even when it's hard. Because in the end, greatness isn't about what you're born with. It's about how far you're willing to go. Believing in yourself is the foundation of every great achievement. Cristiano Ronaldo's journey has been full of moments where others doubted him. Coaches, fans, even experts who said he wouldn't make it or wasn't good enough. But through all of that noise, he never allowed other people's opinions to define his potential. He built a mindset where his self-belief was stronger than any criticism thrown at him. That kind of confidence doesn't come from ego. It comes from discipline, preparation, and knowing how much effort you've invested when no one else was watching. When you believe in yourself, truly and deeply, you don't rely on outside validation. You become your own motivation. You don't crumble under pressure, you rise in it. Doubters will always be there. Some people will want to see you fail just to feel better about themselves. But none of that matters when your inner voice is louder than the noise around you. That voice says, keep going. You've got this. You were made for more. Your belief in yourself has to be so strong that it carries you through rejection, failure, and setbacks. Because if you don't believe in you, no one else truly will. Believe first, prove it second. Waiting for motivation is a trap that keeps most people stuck. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't train only when he felt inspired. He trained because it was necessary. He understood that feelings come and go, but discipline creates results. That's the difference between someone who wants success and someone who actually achieves it. The truth is, there are going to be days when you're tired, distracted, unmotivated, or even discouraged. But if you only act on the days you feel good, you'll never build consistency. Ronaldo didn't rise to the top by being casual. He was consistent. He trained when it rained, when it hurt, and when the world wasn't watching. He made the choice to improve every single day, not because he had to, but because he refused to settle. Motivation may start the fire, but discipline keeps it burning. If you're serious about your goals, you have to stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now, even if it's uncomfortable. Progress belongs to the people who show up when it's hard, when it's boring, when it's quiet. That's where champions are made, not in bursts of motivation, but in the daily grind when no one is cheering. You don't need to feel ready, you just need to begin. Success at the highest level requires more than passion, it demands obsession. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't reach the pinnacle of football because he was interested in being great. He became one of the best because he was consumed by the desire to constantly improve, to push beyond limits, and to leave no part of his potential unused. Interest fades when things get difficult, but obsession keeps you going through pain, criticism, and exhaustion. Ronaldo trained with an intensity that most couldn't sustain. He studied the game, worked on his weaknesses, refined every detail, not just because he wanted to win, but because he couldn't accept anything less than excellence. Obsession means you wake up thinking about your goals and go to bed planning how to reach them. It becomes part of who you are, not just something you do. While others seek balance and comfort, those who are obsessed make sacrifices. They miss parties, sleep less, and work when others relax. That kind of focus transforms potential into mastery. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you can't be halfway in. You have to want it with every part of you. When your goal becomes your mission, your life begins to reflect the mindset of a champion. The path to greatness is often a lonely one. Cristiano Ronaldo's journey was not filled with constant applause or companionship. It was built in moments when he stood alone, made hard decisions, and stayed focused while others chose comfort. When you set high standards for yourself, not everyone will understand you. Friends may fall away. People may call you obsessed, arrogant, or extreme. But that's what happens when you pursue a level of excellence that few are willing to commit to. The higher you climb, the smaller the crowd becomes. Success requires you to be different, and that difference can be isolating. Ronaldo didn't allow loneliness to break him. Instead, he let it mold him. He turned solitude into focus, silence into drive. While others talked, he trained. While others rested, he repeated drills until they were second nature. That's the life of a true competitor. To reach the top, you must be willing to stand alone in your discipline, in your values, in your pursuit. You must be strong enough to keep going without validation and driven enough to sacrifice the ordinary for the extraordinary. The road may be lonely, but it leads to a place few ever reach. True greatness. Actions always speak louder than words, and Cristiano Ronaldo has proven this throughout his entire career. While many talk about what they want to achieve, very few are willing to back their words with the kind of consistent, disciplined action that builds true success. Ronaldo didn't respond to critics with arguments or excuses. He let his performance speak for itself. Every goal, every win, every record broken was the answer to those who doubted him. In a world full of noise where people constantly talk about their ambitions and dreams, he chose to work in silence and let the results do the talking. This mindset is powerful because it shifts your focus from proving yourself to others to proving something to yourself. Real confidence doesn't come from convincing others. It comes from doing the work day after day until there's no doubt left. You don't need to explain your path when your progress becomes undeniable. Whether people notice or not, the effort you put in is shaping you into someone extraordinary. Success isn't about promising, it's about producing. So if you want to be respected, admired, or remembered, let your work lead, show up, deliver, and let your consistency write your legacy.